Okay, we're good. We can go ahead and start our meeting.
Okay. Interpreter, what's your name, please?
Julie.
Julie. Okay. Rabi, lovely to meet you.
Hmm.
Before we start the session, as I was preparing myself, I picked up a few things. I would like to share them with you. Some of them are uh, not very clear and they might not be very linked. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you everything I saw.
Okay.
I have a lady here who is above you, and it felt
Oh,
like a motherly energy, but I'm not quite sure that she's actually a mother, but it felt like a motherly energy. But I also felt like a sort of a distance, okay? And she referred to having left abruptly, something about leaving abruptly. Somebody left abruptly. And then she spoke about you, that you're not doing what you are capable of doing. Your level of intelligence is higher. You're very intelligent, and you're not attuned to that level within yourself. And she also referred to the fact that you are very much intuitive yourself. You have the gift or the ability, but again, that's not being tuned into. Okay? This is not a criticism in any way. On the contrary, this is a compliment being paid to you from the other side. Should you wish to unfold and discover yourself, then you know that's your potential within.
oh,
They
okay.
also showed me, somebody showed me a bowl with a little goldfish inside. I don't know the significance of this. Perhaps somebody is showing me something from a past memory, but there's something about a bowl with a fish, with a goldfish. Did you keep a goldfish or did you have a bowl with a goldfish at some point?
No, I haven't. I mean, maybe a while ago when I was a child, perhaps.
Okay,
But I mean, I haven't had fish for a very long time.
okay. So it's significant to me because that's a sort of an anchor because somebody is referring, taking us back in time here. I'm not clear here.
One
Uh,
second.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm just wanting to take notes. So,
You don't have to. I'm recording the session for you.
oh, okay. All right then.
Um, I'm not very clear about the situation here. And you'll have to forgive me if I'm not getting clarity here because I'm trying my best to make sense of things. Either somebody left abruptly, or there was uh, uh, either somebody passed on abruptly as such, or somebody left the house abruptly. Like, was there a divorce or a separation? Was there something, a big division in the house?
Yes, yes. Right. I mean, it could have been my dad, perhaps. So my parents, they had marital problems as a child, and I didn't know about any of that, being deaf, and because I was at a deaf school, a boarding school, and then when I came back, my dad was just gone.
Okay.
And turns out my dad was with another woman, but I was probably, 7 at that time.
Okay.
And no one told me anything. So just
Okay.
really don't know.
Okay. I'm sorry for all of this. And 7 is much too young for any girl to be without her dad. But I must say, the feeling I receive is that you have built yourself and you've done very well for yourself. You've built yourself, okay? Despite the odds being stacked against you. Now, I also received something about somebody not being right up here mentally. Someone challenged with the mind. Someone has a mental issue. And I also had a feeling, okay,
Oh, okay. So that would have been my grandmother,
okay,
perhaps.
okay,
My grandmother did have a lot of mental health. I mean, she passed quite some time ago.
okay,
I was probably in my 20s, 21. That's been, many, many years.
okay,
But, I would always go to visit grandma and, wouldn't, she was writing to me. And
okay,
a lot of times I didn't understand her. So, yeah, she had a lot of mental issues.
okay. Who also uh, took their own lives. There's somebody who that I was told about somebody that had taken their life.
Um, Gosh, who would have that been? Um, let me think for a second.
Take your time.
No one I can think of. I don't know anyone at all.
Okay, let me reword this for you. Um, Rabi, there's somebody whose actions led to their passing. So whatever they did, they actually ended up taking their life, knowingly or unknowingly. But their actions led to this.
Hmm. Um, I mean, would that have been recently or in the?
There is no timeline. It could be in the past, it could be in the present, recent, it could be in the past. But I am getting more information for you here. It very much feels like a young man we're dealing with.
Oh, um, hmm. Well, I know. No,
That's
no.
okay. Sometimes these things happen and they'll come back to us later.
Yeah, I don't know right now.
Okay, that's fine. They're showing me a plane going across like a map, which means to me that we relocated from one end of the country to another place. So, did you guys move from one part to another part?
No. Oh, well, so I've been in California all my life. Um, Born and raised in California. Um, but I did, move towns, but that's been quite some time. I've never lived out of state or, out of the country. I've always been a Californian.
Okay. Why am I being shown moving across the map here? Who moved?
I mean, long, long while ago, well, I mean, I stayed in Canada, but I wasn't living there. That was with my ex-husband. So I did visit there pretty often.
Okay,
Um, and then with my visa, but that was back when I was in my 20s.
okay,
And my ex-husband moved here,
okay,
to live here. And, after that, we divorced and he went back to Canada.
okay.
Maybe that's it.
If you notice now, two things at least have come up that take us to your age of 20. Your grandmother with the very sad mental issues, you in Canada, and then the ex-husband. So 20 is very much a milestone in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never forget that time. I really enjoyed my 20s. It was a tough time as well, but for sure, yes.
I believe the lady who linked with me, as I said, she has a motherly feel, but she's not quite a mother. She's above you. I believe this is grandma, and I believe that this is her way of connecting with you. I know that she wasn't quite right, but I feel that the heart is in the right place, like she cared.
Yes, for sure. When I was little, when I was a kid, we were very close, but oftentimes I didn't understand her and communicate was really difficult. But she was very, very sweet and she would make me breakfast and, but she would like write these things that I like didn't understand and didn't make sense. Because, she lived very close to me. I was able to walk to her home and I didn't understand what she would say. And so my mom would sign that to me. And, I probably think, she had Alzheimer's or schizophrenia or something like that at the time. It's a long story, but as a kid, I didn't really understand it.
Okay, but Rabi, I've got goose pimples all over running with me here because suddenly I feel a burst of emotion from her, and this is why she's linking with you. You spoke in the language that she understood. You were kind to her. You gave her kindness, and she felt your kindness. Okay? That is the most essential thing. You made
Well, that's
her feel
very, yeah.
significant. You made her feel significant.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I will always remember her. She was very, very sweet and nice to me.
We
And I
think,
see the other interpreter's ready, so I'm going to drop out. Thank you so much.
um, oh,
Can you hear me okay?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Um, the reason why she's linked here is to acknowledge you, of course, acknowledge how you were with her, despite the fact that there's a abstract communication going on. I mean, she has her limitations and so forth. However, the reason why she's linking here is you took a dip. You took a dip, and that divorce thing was very significant. It took you to a place that was very uncomfortable for you within yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Before going through that, it was horrible. It was a really bad divorce. But the good thing is that we didn't have children involved. There was no children involved in the divorce. And my ex-husband, he decided that, he just didn't want it. And, he was suffering with me, I guess, but we were not a good fit. And he decided that he wanted to leave and go back home. And I was just kind of shocked. And I'm like, we really hadn't gone through like any marriage counseling or, tried to fight for our marriage or anything like that. He was just done, threw the towel in and went back home, abruptly. And so that was a really hard thing for me to accept and kind of and process and grieve. And, you know, I had my mom,
Uh,
thankfully, she was
Happy-
here to support me and
don't give me more information, please. Um, I need to give you the information.
Oh, okay.
Rabi, uh, not marriage counseling, nothing that you could have done would have brought happiness to this man. Deep down, he had other ambitions. Okay? There is a borderline to narcissism involved here. Me, which started to unveil itself. She stands guard on you. She will make sure that that will never happen with you again. And that's why she's here, to link with you, to acknowledge you.
Yeah. So she's here to protect me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Okay?
Good. Yeah, it just makes me think a little bit.
Rabbi, I'm seeing a baby. I'm seeing a baby with wings. Did you lose a child? Did you miscarry or abort or something? Who lost the child? There's a baby here.
Yeah, personally, yes. Wait, I mean, long time ago, I had a daughter, way back when, yes.
Okay. Well, that's the second angel that's around you as well.
Wow, really?
Do you have a problem in trusting your own instincts, your own emotions?
I do. Yes. I see I catch myself self-doubting, being hesitant, afraid to make a mistake, just being more, just trying to be perfect and more cautious. But yeah,
Rabbi, we need to make this guy up here, the gray matter, work less and make this work more.
the guy or gray.
Uh, the brain, the brain.
Gotcha. Okay.
Trust your instinct, trust your heart. You're very, very sensitive, very intuitive. She's letting me feel. Hang on, hang on. You were in denial. You were, you felt that there was something wrong with him. You felt that he's something is not right, but you were in denial. I think denial is a bit too heavy here. You probably wanted to give the relationship a chance. You wanted to give him a chance, but you were denying your own emotions.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. This is why you came crashing down.
Exactly.
This is why you crashed down, sweetheart, because it hurt you that he left. It hurt you that, it's gone, but it hurt you that you didn't listen to yourself. And now you're changing. Now you're a different person from how you were back then.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes. I'm setting up boundaries and yeah, yeah, definitely set boundaries. And I definitely learned a lot through that experience.
There's always a reason for everything, she's explaining. And her mental health issues stem from her background. People can easily point their fingers and say, oh, this person is crazy, this person is whatever, but they never look deeper as to what caused the problem. In her case, I don't feel that this is a biological problem. I feel that this was an emotional problem.
Oh. So meaning my grandmother?
Yes, I'm still with her.
Oh, okay.
And
Huh.
I'll get to the significance of this. This is why she is with you, to prevent you from going, crossing the thin line, basically. Do you understand? Because she's crossed it. She had gone past that line. She doesn't want you to do the same or the same to happen to you.
Oh, okay. So what do you mean by that? Like some about was something happening to me?
What I mean is going back in time during the breakup, the whatever it was, you were on the edge and you could have tipped over, and someone prevented you from tipping over. So it's her. And then I feel like something inspired you from within to pick yourself up and do something with your life and move on and move on. So that inspiration came from someone, somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So basically guiding me through a better path and helped me move forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I'm getting a lot about you writing. Were you writing? Do you enjoy writing? What's the writing?
I like to write down notes a lot. And I like to learn about things. I like to do a lot of research online. Just, just to kind of learn more. I just expand my knowledge. And sometimes, I like to write it down because it helps me remember things because I work as an American Sign Language teacher. So there's a lot of research that goes into that. And so I like to take down notes a lot.
Okay, I wish you didn't tell me that you work as a teacher. I wanted to pick this up for you. Uh, I am picking up a lot of the children energy. I feel that you can tap into that. Whether you can write children's stories or work with children, something with the children. So that's something for you to consider and to take on board. I mean, I know that you're probably engaged and your level is on a more professional, serious level when it comes to writing and so forth, but also there is that thing there to do with children books, books for children.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't written anything for that, but I have considered, I do like to write myself, but it's just a little bit harder for me because with me being deaf, um, and just like the translation and translating it into the right things, and because English is not my native language.
Okay. Uh, you can use the online facilities with this artificial intelligence stuff to achieve what you need to achieve. Okay. So there's a lot of creative
Right.
in you. And also, I'm getting something about drawing, painting, and drawing. Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on.
Yes, I love,
No, 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 no. Hang
yes, I love to draw.
on. Hang on. Hang on. Why did you stop? Why aren't you painting and drawing like you used to?
I don't want to give you too much information.
So am I correct? Am I picking up correctly here that you actually stopped painting and drawing?
I did.
Rabbi, I'm very sorry. I think slowly something is coming here. I'm not going to be watching the clock and going by the time strictly here. Okay, I'm taking my time because I want to make sure that whatever I'm supposed to deliver actually comes through for you. So let me just try and feel what's going on here.
Okay.
I know I can feel somebody here. So again, please don't give me information, just confirm to me. Something comes to me with deficiency of some sort, like an autoimmune, like their immunity system was down, something with the immunity system. And so perhaps they had an autoimmune type of disease, or is this making sense to you?
Maybe. Maybe my father?
No, 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 I'm not there. No, hang on, hang on.
You mean a person that's gone, like past or
Yes,
present?
no, someone on the other side.
Hmm. I can't think of any.
Okay, bear with me. The symptoms feel very similar. The symptoms feel very similar.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
not sure.
Bear with me. I'm trying to feel what's going on here. It's very, very faint. Without telling me who it is, but Rabi, did you recently lose somebody? This is somebody who is not passed from a long time ago. This is somebody recent.
Maybe, yes.
Okay,
No, I know one who is still alive, though, that has a lot of health issues.
okay.
But they decided to cut the friendship with me. And so that's where I'm not quite sure what happened.
No, not. I'm not there. I'm with somebody on the other side here.
Hmm, okay. Yeah, I don't know who that would be. Maybe. Actually, there is one. Is it someone with cancer? No.
Uh, I wish you didn't say it, Jenny, because I was just about to say the symptoms were are very similar. That's why. Hang on. But it's very mysterious to me because usually they come forward. And this, and I'm starting to think that this is a male energy here. I'm starting to think that this is a male energy, but they're holding back. Why they're not coming forward is very mysterious to me.
Interesting. Yeah, I can think of someone.
Okay, I am going to require your help here because I'm not getting clarity from the other side, and I need some clarity here. Who did you lose in the last, recently? Who is very close to you? Somebody who you lost. And I feel that this passing is someone who is taken from us, like cut short. It's not the case of, they reach a ripe old age and they pass. This is somebody who was taken before their time.
Um, I don't know somebody who is close to me, but I know that individual kind of. I mean, I don't know if that still counts.
No, not it's not kind of, it's somebody who's close. Okay. I'm going to put this to one side because I can't get past it. It's not making sense to you. It's not making sense to me either.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. So the person seems to be close to me.
It feels like it's somebody who's close to you. It doesn't feel like a stranger. It doesn't feel like somebody we know. It feels closer than that. That's okay. If you can't think of it, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Rabi, why are they showing me a sailboat?
A sailboat?
Yeah,
Um, hmm.
a boat, sailboat, something to do with a boat or boating, sailboating. I'm in the sea here.
Hmm. I was born near the sea, or close to the ocean. I I go to the beach quite a bit,
Okay. Could
but
you
I don't know.
could you see them from your home? Could you see the sailboats or the boats? Was there like a harbor, or could you see them?
Yeah, yes. Where I grew up, yes. I
Okay,
remember there's a lot of memories of going there. Yep.
okay. would we be hitting the 20s back then as well?
Yeah. Yep. I lived there in my 20s. Yep.
Okay, so that's the third sign about the 20s. Something is very significant about you at the age of 20 or in the early 20s.
Yeah. Hmm. I guess maybe when you and I talked about my divorce first, or the divorce was first, a lot had gone on then too in my 20s.
Was this the case that you sort of discovered your wings, discovered the world? You were carefree, weren't you? You were, happy-go-lucky, carefree, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
And sort of,
I would agree with that.
so when things took the downturn, the wings got clipped. So we went from going up high, we crash land basically.
Yes. That yeah, after the 30s is when kind of the crash was happening.
Earlier today, when I asked you who was it who was responsible, his actions were uh, may have led to their passing. And I said something about somebody who had committed suicide, and the word suicide came through. Now, without you giving me information, I'm going to be frank here and we can be open. Did you attempt it
I
yourself?
think I might know who. Oh no,
Were you contemplating it?
Did I have thoughts of suicide? Yes. Yeah, in the past.
Okay. Around about that sort of era, that sort of time?
Um, I can't remember specifically, but yes, I did. I did have thoughts of that and they were on and off. But I mean, I haven't since then. I've felt a lot better.
Yeah. Uh, as I said, you are practically reborn from how you were before and how you are now. You're a different person. But I must say, I do trust my feelings when it comes to this subject because I feel that it was quite intense. The thoughts could have been very intense at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was heartbroken and I just felt like it was my fault too. I just remember that feeling of feeling the burden and it was of it being my fault.
Because it triggered two emotions in you. It triggered the one emotion where the husband is leaving, but it also triggered the emotion of your dad having left.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And I want you to understand very clearly, in both cases, it was not your fault. Nothing here is your fault.
True. Yeah, you're right.
I don't usually pick up visuals of people on the other side, but in this case, I'm getting a distinct picture of somebody who's a bit fuller, and he's got a beard, a whitish sort of beard, a grayish whitish beard, bigger guy. Do we know who this is? And I'm not quite sure if he's there or if he's here. I'm not clear about this.
I can't think of who that would be. I mean, maybe it might be somebody that I know, but I don't, or maybe from when I was little. I'm not quite sure.
Rabi, do you know the family well? I mean, do you know your uncles, aunts? Do you know your extended family?
Mm-mm. No, no. I mean, we're a very small family.
Okay. Who is this gentleman here? Because he's holding a bottle of drink, indicating to me there's a drink involved. Was your dad drinking?
No, mm-mm. My dad, or no, my dad did not drink. He didn't seem, I mean, and that doesn't fit the description of my dad either. My
Okay.
dad doesn't have a beard.
If you have the means to go through family albums, or if you have the means to ask about this gentleman, who it might be, because he is significant, he's just come through over and over as I was speaking with you. The image won't leave my head. It's linked to the sailboat time. You know, when you saw the sailboats, it's linked to that time. So it must have been when you were as a child living in that area, and it's from that time basically.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe it was from that time. Yeah. When I was little, I don't remember a whole lot because, we didn't really gather very often with, other relatives or anything.
Okay. Now I've been speaking, but I'm going to leave you to ask me a question if you have, or any questions.
I'm wondering if it could possibly be linked to my dad somehow.
You mean the gentleman who I'm picking up?
No, it wouldn't be him.
No, I mean, when you say if it's related to your dad, do you mean the gentleman related to your dad somehow?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I can't see, I don't think I ever recognized that person, or I don't remember when I was little.
Okay.
My dad was around a lot of people, though. My dad was a very social individual. So I mean, this person could have been close to my dad.
Who is in the building trade? Construction, building.
Who?
Who was in the building trade? Construction.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I guess there are some memories from the past that we're not quite aware of, um, and this gentleman fits into that somehow. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
Rabbi,
Yeah, it may be because and again, I can't hear, so I don't know. Maybe I wasn't aware. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I don't remember a whole lot, or it's not really imprinted in my mind. I don't know.
Wh- Sorry. Let me, as
And
far
I
as,
can ask my mom too. I can see if my mom remembers as well with that description.
okay, please ask your mom.
Yeah, I will.
To me many times before where people have to ask a third party and then everything becomes clear.
Yeah.
Rabi, as
Yep.
far as you know, do you know if your dad is still with us here?
You're asking if he's passed away or alive?
Yes.
He passed. He passed back in 2012.
But I'm not picking anything from him. I don't get anything. I don't get any feelings from him.
Okay.
Would you be happy if he was to come forward?
I mean, yeah, I would like to hear from him, but that's okay if he doesn't, if he doesn't come forward, it might not be his time, and that's, maybe not today.
Let me rephrase the question. If he were to come forward, uh, as you said, yeah, you would accept it. So basically, I just want to ascertain that you won't block him. You won't say, no, I don't want anything to do with him.
Oh, no, no, I definitely want to see him. I mean, I definitely want to hear from him. Yes, I would be happy to hear from him.
Do you know without you telling me anything here, do you know the circumstances that led to his passing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting a sensation in my chest. It's very uncomfortable. I think, did his heart give way? Was it his heart that stopped?
He had other complications with his body, not his heart, but he was very ill.
I think in the lead up to it, the heart was under tremendous pressure here. And it just, I think that's what happened here.
Hmm. Okay. Do you want me? Well, I don't want to tell you what he had.
No, no, no. His energy is not at your level. His energy is not at your level. You have a light energy about you. You have a lighter energy. His energy is not at that sort of level. His energy is heavier. You understand where I'm coming from?
Oh, okay. Huh. What do you mean by is it dark? Is he not happy?
No, not. I'm talking about when he was here with us, not on the other side. So when I'm getting things, they are representing how things were when they were here.
Okay. So when he was here. Um, yeah, my dad and I had a lot of we did have a lot of good times together, but um, it's not like I believe he was a good dad, but there was a lot of communication problems and a lot of communication barriers. He did always make time for me, and he knew that I was kind of bearing with him, and he'd get frustrated with me. Um, yeah.
But what is the turn? He took a turn. There's a turn. We took a turn, and things changed for him. What was it? Uh, I mean, I don't know if you know the full story, but was there some sort of infidelity, perhaps? Because there's a turn here.
Yeah. Yep, he cheated on my mom when I was little. Yeah, he had an affair when I was little. Yeah. My mom was very, very mad. I do remember that, and I just, I mean, my mom was very upset.
Um, I'm going to try and explain this as best as I can. You know, earlier when I said somebody with autoimmune like symptoms. So there's several things going on here. And I wasn't picking up their energy clearly, and I couldn't focus on them. I couldn't pick them up properly. I felt they're in the background. I now know who it is.
Okay.
In this instance, it is your dad because of what I'm picking up. It's him. He was holding off in the background until I got the opportunity to clear the link with you, that you gave permission for him to link with you.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, this is delving now into the way that into the way you think. So I'm going to go out here on a limb and try to explain this. One of the problems is that why he wasn't linking is because the image of him was sort of shattered. The image that you hold of him was sort of shattered. And he realized that that's caused you a lot of upset, the image being shattered. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I understand. But I mean, he shouldn't feel bad at all. I don't think, I mean, it's okay. I forgive him.
Rabi, you're a lovely lady with a golden heart.
Oh,
Let me explain something to you.
thank you.
This is as much about his healing as about yours. I don't feel that this is stuff that has been sort of communicated, has been dealt with before. So now it's his opportunity to sort of link with you and to explain. And to also, you're getting an apology here about letting you down.
Oh, wow. It's really okay. I love you and I accept your apology. It's okay. I completely understand. Nobody's perfect.
Why is he showing me a little piggy bank, a little piggy, something about a little pig, a little piggy?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
Maybe.
It's not for you. It's for your mom. It's for your mom.
Oh, it's for my mom? Huh.
Something about little piggy. Something. I think this is gonna. It's a positive thing. So mention it to her. Something about a little piggy. Either a piggy bank or a little piggy toy or something. Something about a little piggy.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. Yeah, I remember when I was little, she liked to save a lot of money. She would love to save a lot of coins. I do remember seeing her always, she was very frugal, a very frugal person herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I also,
sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I think also too, she liked to save up. She liked to save coins. I do remember her saving a lot of coins. She liked to save money. She was very frugal.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to remember, but yeah.
Mention it to her. I think she will be pleasantly surprised. It will make sense to her.
Okay. And you want me to tell my mom this?
Yes, please. Uh, I think it would give her a little tickle. I think this is like an inside joke between them.
Oh, huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
He's sort of pulling away slowly now, but he wants me to say one last thing. Well, two last things. One before I forget is he will continue to visit. He will visit you again. But this today was something he needed to clear within himself. Okay? Something that he needed to be sure of. Okay? And the second thing is about your mom. Again, it's a sort of a light-hearted joke um, where he's referring to her and he's saying, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that woman.
Okay. I wonder why.
I think much that was going on was behind the scenes. So it feels to me that they had their uh, discreet relationship together where they kept things to themselves, kept things, private things to themselves. So if they had a fight, they tried to keep it as much as possible to themselves. So that's how I felt about this.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Before I go, do you have any other questions?
Um, I'm wondering if it's possible to pick up on any energy on my past dog.
I'm sorry, I didn't pick up anything about the dog, which is a shame. At one point, I felt maybe I have a cat here, but then I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything. I didn't pick up anything about the dog. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's okay. No, but no, there was no cat. I didn't own a cat, so but that's okay.
But that I'm glad I didn't bring it up because I wasn't sure of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Rabi, it's been an honor and a pleasure to meet with you today. Uh,
Yes, it was a pleasure and an honor as well, and I'm so pleased to meet you.
thank
Thank
you.
you very much for, you know, translating everything for me.
And Jenny, thank you for translating for us.
You're welcome.
Okay. See you around, and I will email you. I will send you an email with a link to the video so you can view it at your convenience. Okay?
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Thank you so much again. You have a good rest of your day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.